Taurus full moon reminds us to honor the wisdom of our body during times of change and transformation, to stay connected to our truth, and that in order for growth and evolution to occur, we have to feel safe. So, warm welcome to everyone here. It's so wonderful to see this community growing with the most incredible souls. So, say hi below. Let me know if you are new here. If you have been on this journey with me for a little while, I always love to hear how you are experiencing these cosmic energies, where this is a full moon in Taurus happening on the 15th. Full moons are amplifiers. So, whatever we're feeling under the surface really becomes activated at the time of a full moon, making it a powerful energy for releasing and healing. So I would love to hear what you are letting go of in this energy. And another aspect of full moons that often gets overlooked is the celebration part. Because energy is amplified, it's a beautiful time to celebrate, to look at what you are proud of achieving and creating. Celebrate what you are healing and letting go of. Celebrate this life. This life is truly a gift. Each moment we are here is a miracle. It's a blessing. Our souls chose to incarnate at this time to be part of the evolution that's happening on this planet. And as Taurus beautifully reminds us, not just to be here for purpose, growth, evolution, but to enjoy the beauty of this human experience. So before we dive in more deeply with this full moon chart, I always like to zoom out and look at the bigger context. If in astrology, if we are looking at things just in isolation, we are not going to see the bigger picture that is at play here. And there are some big cosmic transits that we are in the midst of right now that are leading to incredible change on this planet that we are all feeling. The first one is the shift of Pluto into Aquarius happening on the 19th. And that means right now it's at the very final degree of Capricorn. We are wrapping up a lot of cycles and we're getting ready to step into a new time of expansion on the planet. Pluto moving into Aquarius is about power to the people. It's about learning to reclaim our power to make a difference on the planet, to look at where we are giving our power away to external systems and structures, people. We have to reclaim that. And remember that the shift that we are building to on the 19th is the beginning of a 20-year cycle. So when Pluto initially moves into a sign, it first works by bringing the issues that have been hidden in the shadows into the light. That's the Pluto energy. We have to bring the shadows into the light to look at what we are working with, what it is time to transform, where we need to regain our power. So there's a lot surfacing at this time, and even for the remainder of the year in the collective in terms of what we want to see changed, where we would like to see more harmony, more joy, more peace. We're all becoming very aware of that. And what I also encourage you to hone in on is your role within that. How are you a leader in this new earth? What are you called to do? We're all called to share something different. We're all called to contribute to this evolution in a unique way. The other shift I want to highlight before we go more into the specific energies around this full moon is on the day of the full moon, on the 15th, we have Saturn stationing direct in the sign of Pisces. And this is where we have this beautiful invitation to tap into new timelines. Saturn and Pisces are very, very different energies. Saturn is about structure and discipline and creating structure that allows us to have a solid foundation so we can grow and evolve. Whereas Pisces is very ethereal. It's about working with energy. It's about connection to our higher self. So these energies together are very unique, But Saturn stationing direct at the time of this full moon is such a powerful invitation to look at what you are currently experiencing day to day. We often call what we're experiencing the reality, the way it is. But what I've learned from the Akashic Records is in any given moment, there are multiple timelines you can tap into and create from. At the end of this video, I'm also going to share some meditations with you where you can work in the Akashic Records a little more closely. The Akashic Records remind us that any moment, different timelines, different realities, different experiences we can have that we can create. We are never truly stuck where we are. And Saturn moving through Pisces is about us elevating our consciousness so we can more clearly see the power we hold to shape what life looks like on this planet. And of course, to shape our own experience. So let's go a little deeper here. I'm going to share my screen and bring up the full moon chart. So we have the full moon in the sign of Taurus, 24 degrees, opposing the sun in the sign of Capricorn at 24 degrees. So we are working with the Taurus Scorpio axes, and the Taurus Scorpio axes relates to money and wealth. So beautiful opportunity to look at, what do I need to release? What outdated beliefs am I holding around my ability to experience abundance, to call in financial success that I need to let go of that really are not supportive? With the Taurian energy, we also see this connection to our core value system, what drives us, what we value. Out of any of the zodiac signs, Taurus is so connected to Mother Gaia. It really craves and desires stability. But as you'll see with this full moon, it's not not that we can't find that stability within ourselves, but this is definitely a full moon of unexpected surprises and expansion. Now, the opposite of Taurus is Scorpio. So with these opposites, they're compatible energies, but as you'll see, they're very different. So with Taurus, it's connected to our physical self, Mother Earth, our body, whereas Scorpio is very connected to our emotional and energetic body. So it reminds us, in order to create change, and while we are here in human form, we are more than just these physical bodies. We are spirit, and we have to work with our energy bodies, be aware of what's active in our energy field, be aware of what signal we are sending to the universe through our emotions, that is part of what we create while we are here on the planet. So this is the energy we are really working with this full moon. So let's take it a little deeper here. The moon, the most powerful aspect of this Taurus full moon is its conjunction to Uranus. So this is where it is not our average full moon. Taurus loves predictability. It loves stability. It really wants to work at a pace that honors its body. And that's a beautiful message it sends us. We don't want to neglect our body while we are out there creating and manifesting in the world. Our body holds incredible wisdom. And it's really hard to attract and create a new experience if on some level we physically don't feel safe having it. And here's the thing, anything that is new will register as a threat to your subconscious mind, simply because it's new, not because it is necessarily a threat. Oftentimes it isn't, but because it's a new experience, it's unfamiliar, we don't have a data bank of information on how to navigate it because it is new, it'll register as a threat. So this is where Uranus is coming in here. We are called to expand at an incredible rate at this time. Uranus is the awakener. It is the disruptor. It brings unexpected changes and surprises. It stretches us out of our comfort zone. It has been traveling through Taurus since 2018. So we can even think back, okay, 2018, Uranus traveling through the sign of Taurus, where we've been stretched collectively as a society, where we've had unexpected things happen. When we look at Taurus, it relates to our economy, finances, agriculture, food. And we're seeing massive changes and awakening in those areas. So it's not that this energy is unfamiliar to us, but it's really being highlighted at this time. So, in your own life, reflect on where you are being called to grow and expand at this time and what you need to feel safe in that expansion. So, I love to work with many different techniques. I mean, being in the Akashic Records, connecting with my higher self, anchoring in that timeline helps me realize I am always safe on a spiritual level. I am safe. I am protected. I'm not on this journey on my own. My spirit team's here, my angels, ancestors, loved ones who have transitioned. And not just me, we are all surrounded by this divine support. You were never meant to do this on your own. Call on that support because you do have free will. You have free will. So you get to invite that support in, ask for help, ask for guidance. It is there. And your spirit team is so eager to co create with you, to jump in and provide that assistance for you during times of change and expansion. So that's one way. Other ways, I really love EFT. I'll often practice EFT, the emotional freedom technique, aka tapping. I'll do that in the Akashic Records to relax my nervous system, deep breathing practices. Right now, we really need to look at how we are regulating our nervous system and cultivating that feeling of safety while our planet is rapidly shifting, and remembering the role you play within that change. How you show up matters. The thoughts you entertain matter. They send a signal to the universe. The energy you are in sends a frequency to the universe. It matters. You matter. We all are part of creating this change here. So this is the most significant energy that is at play. Now, we also have some other aspects that are being made here. So we have a trine happening with Pluto. In astrology, this formation of the trine is actually a harmonious flow of energy. So Pluto, final degrees of Capricorn, it's at the peak of the energy. When a planet's at the final degrees, it's this energy, is at an all-time high. And aspecting the moon here, it really is this invitation to reflect on what is that new timeline that is coming in for you, this future version of you. How do you speak? What do you wear? What gifts are you sharing with the world? What is the nature of your relationship with your body, with your health, with the people around you? Not only is Uranus signaling change here, but so is Pluto. So this is a big theme right now, change and transformation. We also have a sextile happening between Neptune and the moon in Taurus, another very harmonious aspect. And I'll also say the moon is exalted in Taurus. So it's very strong in this placement. So even though this full moon may feel like it's stretching you and may feel a little bit chaotic, there is a lot of support here. And how we experience something, the good news is how we experience something, we have more control over than we often realize. So even as I say, this may feel a little chaotic with its energies, that's really our own perception, because it could also feel very empowering. It could feel like new possibilities are opening up for you, dreams being realized with this aspect of Neptune sextiling the moon here in Taurus. This is once again where we see the merging of our higher self and the infinite possibilities, and then looking at, okay, in any moment, there's these different timelines available that I can tap into, and they each exist on a different frequency. And the timeline I'm tapped into and embodying will determine the experiences that I have. So, what timeline am I wanting to embody into this realm, into this human experience? And we choose that moment by moment through the decisions we make, the thoughts that we dwell on. I know sometimes it can feel like thoughts just pop into our mind. They exist in the field and like they're outside of our control, but we can choose to let the ones go, just like float on by if it's not serving us. And we can choose the ones we want to nurture, the thoughts we want to nourish, the thoughts that feel life-giving, the thoughts that feel helpful, the thoughts that feel more like our absolute truth instead of an unhelpful story that's playing out. Now, the ruler of this full moon is Venus, our goddess of love, beauty, and prosperity. Venus is currently traveling through Capricorn, which again gives an interesting twist to things because Venus, in and of itself, wants beauty, peace, harmony, luxury, love. In Capricorn, it's more of the masculine energy. It's very ambitious, it's very goal oriented, very intentional about what it wants to create. So this can be very helpful for setting intentions that you have between now and the end of the year, goals that you want to manifest. Don't wait until the new year. And as I say that, I'm not saying don't enjoy the holidays. Like, absolutely, enjoy the holidays, enjoy time with loved ones, but don't fall into the trap of, I'll do it next year. Like, I'll get to the gym next year. I'll set the money goals next year. I might as well just forget about this year, because I think that's a trap of the ego. All of your power is in this now moment. Now is the time to claim the experiences that you desire, not some elusive time in the future. Now. Your power is in the now, and you are incredibly powerful. And Venus and Capricorn can help with the focus. Really, all this energy that's at play with this full moon is very good for honing in and gaining that focus around what you do want to create and what needs to be changed in your life in order for that to occur. And this really is a big theme with this energy here. The moon conjunct Uranus in the sign of Taurus, a reminder that if we are feeling stuck and stagnant, which can be the lower octave of Taurus, it can be quite stubborn and unwilling to forgive, unwilling to let go, unwilling to expand into something new. So if you're finding those energies coming up, forgiveness work could be really helpful, letting go so you set yourself free to experience something new, because we have to be willing to take different actions, mix up our routine, step out of our comfort zone if we want something new. We've all heard this before, right? But the beauty of this energy is it also reminds us that it's not just about what we've heard or knowledge we have. It's about the embodiment of that knowledge. Knowledge and knowing something in and of itself really doesn't get us results if we're not applying it. We have to apply what we know. We have to embody it if we want to see the manifestation of it in our life. Now, the other aspect really standing out here is Mars opposing Pluto. This is quite dynamic here. Out of sign opposition, but all the same felt. Mars is getting ready to retrograde as well. It's actually going to move back into Cancer, where it's going to spend a lot of time. When Mars does retrograde, we see it spending a prolonged time in a certain sign, and that's going to be Cancer. Right now, though, it is in the sign of Leo, opposing Pluto, and this can really give you that inner fire to create change, that spark to create change. Now, in the lower octave expression, this could absolutely manifest as division. It can manifest as lashing out, allowing our emotions to take over. Mars is the god of war. So in the lower expression, it's very combative. And we don't want to create change in that way. I mean, can we ever create change in that way? Not really. Not if the change we want to see is moving more into these 5D energies and beyond, which is more about harmony and unity. I actually did a post on that earlier this week around more than ever, love and light is needed. But this isn't some fluffy term. I see some people writing it off like, oh, I'm not love and light, like it's just some fluffy thing. It's actually extremely powerful. Love is taking a stand for what you believe in. Love is using your voice. Love is fierce. It's setting boundaries that protect you and the other person. Love is a powerful creative force. When we love something, we protect it. We are devoted to it. We'll take action for it. And light is who we are. Light is who we are at our core, beyond the labels we take on, the roles we play. So more than ever, it is needed to create true change on this planet. And we can work with this energy. This opposition is going to be in effect for a little while because Pluto moves so slowly and Mars is going to be retrograding back into Cancer. We're going to be working with this opposition throughout the remainder of this year. So powerful energy at play here. Um, okay, so some things I want to point out as well, if you want to take this a little further, see where these energies are unfolding for you. The first thing, of course, is find where Taurus is in your birth chart, and then find where the 24-degree mark is. See what house it falls in, to see where you are called to release and let go at this time, and also where you are being called to step out of your comfort zone and make some big changes. The other thing I invite you to look at here is your Pisces house. So find Pisces, locate what house it is in. This is where Saturn stations direct on the day of the full moon. And because it was retrograde, it's now going to cover territory that was also covered throughout March and into April. So some of those themes may reemerge, especially when it comes to spirituality, your spiritual journey. Our spiritual practices are meant to support us day to day in this human experience. Like, it's not just meant to be when we sit down to meditate or to pray or to journal or to set our intentions. It's actually meant to come with us and in our interactions day to day. And we're really learning that with Saturn moving through Pisces. So notice some of those themes that may have been present for you around spirituality, your intuition, your purpose, your mission, and how that is re-emerging at this time that may have initially showing up for you in March and April. To take it further, of course, you want to see what house this is falling in for you, what house placement this energy is happening. Wherever Saturn is also where you are going to be required to create more discipline, more structure, a sense of routine in your life. I know not everyone likes the word discipline. You can change that out for devotion, which is a very different energy. Whatever resonates with you. We all have different associations with words. So if any of the words I'm saying around Saturn, you're like, no, this isn't me, it may just be looking at, okay, what else does this mean? Instead of discipline, what if it's, what am I devoted to? Instead of structure, what if it's simply the systems and community and things I have in place that create a really solid foundation? You can always change out the wording so it feels like it really lands with you. So those are the energies that play during this Taurus full moon. So have some exciting things for you below. Sign up for my freebie, which is all about the prosperous soul, helping you upgrade your wealth identity, accelerate your results. We do work in the Akashic Records in that free masterclass. I'm also going to be launching my Black Friday specials very soon. So if you sign up for that freebie and you're on my newsletter, you will get all the details on these incredible Black Friday specials. So sign up below, follow on Instagram, say hi, let me know what you're releasing in this full moon energy, and I'll also bring it with me into my full moon ceremony, my personal full moon ceremony. You know, there's power in setting group intentions and having somebody else hold space for what we are releasing and letting go of. We are never meant to do this on our own. We are here to co-create together, to exist in community. All right. Thank you so much for being here, sending love your way, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.